Mad. Harry called ambulance to take her to mental hospital due to her attack Archie for PR pic in George's birthday. Meghan has always been known for her unstable mental symptoms, but this has become more serious as the popularity of the Wales' children has increased while the Sussexes have lost everything in the U.S. During George's birthday, Meg beat Archie to get him to take PR pictures. This became so serious that Harry had to call an ambulance to take her to a mental hospital. Prince George has been pictured smiling for the camera in a new photo released to mark his 10th birthday this Saturday. The image shows the first child of Prince William and Catherine sitting on a set of outdoor steps at Windsor earlier in the month, wearing a checkered shirt and teal trousers. The photo was taken by Millie Pilkington, who also captured Prince Louis on camera ahead of his 5th birthday in April. While we now see pictures of members of the royal family regularly, you may not be familiar with how royals, including Prince Harry, Prince William, and King Charles, looked like at the age of 10. The pair were waiting for Prince Philip to return from his trip around the world, and the year was 1959. The photo was in black and white. When he was 10 in 1992, Prince William was pictured smiling in a blue ski suit during a skiing holiday in Australia with his late mother, Princess Diana. At the time, Diana was going through her breakup with Prince Charles. 10-year-old Prince Harry was pictured with his mother Diana in a suit during a VE Day ceremony in 1995. He was wearing a red tie and often interacted with his mom, who was showing him the details of the ceremony. The late Queen was known for her love of dogs, and in particular her beloved corgis. At the age of 10, the then Princess Elizabeth smiled at the camera as she posed for a photo with 2 corgis at her home at 145 Piccadilly. Future King George turns 10 on Saturday, and he has had an eventful month in the lead-up to his birthday. Last Sunday, George watched from the royal box on Wimbledon's Centre Court as Carlos Alcaraz beat Novak Djokovic for the Grand Slam title, foiling the Serb's bid for a record-equaling 8th win at SW19. He sat next to his sister, Princess Charlotte, who was making her first visit to the tournament. Before the start of the match, George met 8-year-old Muatsi Anwar, nominated to perform the coin toss for the men's singles final, who showed the prince the coin as he chatted with the Waleses on the players' lawn. A few days before the Wimbledon final, George and his younger siblings sat in the cockpit of a C-17 transport aircraft and played with the switches when they enjoyed a family day out at an air show. They toured the Royal International Air Tattoo at RAF Fairford, Gloucestershire, privately with their parents as their school holidays began in earnest. For background, Meghan told Oprah in her March 2022 interview that the treatment she received from the British press and some members of the royal family and its staff led her to have suicidal thoughts during her pregnancy with her first child, saying, quote, "Look, I was really ashamed to say it at the time and ashamed to have to admit it to my husband, especially because I know how much loss he suffered, but I knew that if I didn't say it, I wouldn't do it, and I just didn't want to be alive anymore. And that was a very clear and very real and frightening constant thought," she told Oprah. Meghan went to the royal family and said that I needed to go somewhere to get help, said that I'd never felt this way before, I need to go somewhere, and they said I couldn't, that it wouldn't be good for the institution. I share this because there's so many people who are afraid to voice that they need help, and I know personally how hard it is to, not just how hard it is, but when your voice is silenced, to be told no. This was emails begging for help, saying very specifically, I am concerned for my mental welfare. Nothing was ever done, so we had to find a solution. Meghan and Harry ultimately stepped back from their working royal family roles in January 2020. At the Ripple of Hope Awards gala in New York City last night, Meghan told the audience why she decided to detail her experience publicly. It was not an easy decision to make, as you can imagine, she started via page 6.